3.11 and 12, where how our desire can be fulfilled in material world by demigod worship. That was explained. Okay, so then now Arjuna, however, could think, I don't need yajnas, demigods and opulent necessities of life, nor must I perform yajnas to live. I will go to the forest and live by begging, and I won't take from the demigods, so I won't be sinful by not offering yajnas to them. Not only won't I be a thief, but I won't take part in this ghastly sinful warfare. Somehow or other I will not fight. That's what Arjuna is planning. Okay. So Krishna now replies in the next two shlokas in 3.13 and 14. So Krishna says that Arjuna, that even in the forest all food is nurtured by rain coming from the demigods. Therefore he cannot avoid his obligation to perform the sacrifice born of his prescribed duty. So Arjuna says, I will not take anything from demigods, so I don't have to be doing any sacrifice also. But Krishna says, even if you go to jungle, you have to be obliged to demigods, like that. So this is 3.13 is very important shloka actually. Okay. 19 is also important and 13 is also important. Okay. Sorry, 9 and 13. Now 13 shloka is also very important. Yagya shishtasina santo muchyante sarva kilvishai bhunjate te tvagham papa ye pachantyatma karanat. Very important. The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sin. Bhunjte te tvagham papa. They eat sin. And devotees, they offer food to Krishna and they take prasad. There is no sin. So the devotees of the Supreme Lord or the persons who are in Krishna consciousness are called santas, and they are always in love with the Lord as it is described in the Brahma Samhita. Premanjana churita bhakti vilochanena santah sadaiva hridayeshu vilokyanti. The santas being always in a compact of love with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Govinda, the giver of all pleasures, or Mukunda, the giver of liberation, or Krishna, the all-attractive person. Cannot, so these devotees, saintly persons, santas, they are always engaged, being always in love with Krishna, they cannot accept anything without first offering it to the Supreme Person. Because they are in love with Krishna, they offer everything to Krishna first. So this is out of love, not out of fear. Oh, we have to offer, we cannot eat anything directly, we have to offer to Krishna, otherwise we will go to hell. No, devotees do offer things out of love to Krishna. Okay, because what we can offer to Krishna? Nothing, everything belongs to Krishna only. So the way we offer water to the Ganga, like Ganga water we take and we offer same Ganga water to Ganga. So same way everything given to us is by Krishna, so everything belongs to Krishna, so what we can offer him. But this is out of love, we offer something to Krishna. Like a father will bring sweets to the children, and then the children, because the whole sweets is brought by father only, but still when children before eating they takes with their gifts to father that first you should eat, then father feels happy. Yeah, that is the idea here. So therefore, such devotees always perform yajnas in different modes of devotional service such as Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Archanam, etc. And these performance of yajnas keep them always aloof from all kinds of contamination of sinful association in the material world. So these devotees, out of love, they cannot eat anything directly. They offer first to Krishna. And then in this way they perform yajna by the 9 devotional service. Others who prepare food for self or sense gratification are not only thieves but also the eaters of all kinds of sins. So when food is prepared for sense gratification, how it is possible? Like, I like this food, so I'm cooking and eating it. That's it. That's called self for sense gratification. Okay. So how can a person be happy if he is both a thief and sinful? So eating and cooking for ourselves and not offering to Krishna, that means two things. First is you are a thief, and second thing, you are a sinful person. So when a person is a thief and also sinful person, how can be happy and peaceful? It is not possible. Therefore, in order for people to become happy in all respects, they must be taught to perform the easy process of Sankirtan Yajna. Okay, so what is the easy process to become happy? The Sankirtan Yajna in full Krishna consciousness. So Prabhupada is saying that in order for people to become happy in all respects, they must be taught to perform the easy process of Sankirtan Yajna in full Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, there can be no peace or happiness in the world. So in one of the lectures, Srila Prabhupada says that in 1942, there was a continued famine in Bengal by the manipulation of the then government. So in our childhood, first class rice was selling 75 cents for 2 pounds. Prabhupada is saying that when I was a boy in India, rice was cheap. Can you imagine that? But all of a sudden in 1940, the price of rice rose to the $10. Can you imagine? The price of rice rose from 75 cents to $10. It was difficult for the public, for the general mass of people. Many people experienced great difficulty, and so many people died for want of food, disease. I had some family responsibilities, myself, my wife, my 5 children, a servant, about 10 people. But I was able to purchase rice, Prabhupada is saying. But does this surprise you? Many people who were in some way or other practicing devotional service were not in any great difficulty, even in that famine. So this much big problem was there, but still Prabhupada is saying that I was able to purchase rice for my family. Around 10 people were there, and all the people who were engaged in bhakti, they were able to purchase rice. Even in the villages, people were some way or other managing. Anyone who is engaged in devotional service, whose life is dedicated for service of the Supreme, will experience no want, and there will be no unhappiness. This is a fact. Sometimes people are too much mad, and they want to store so many things. So no need of that. If we have faith in Krishna, then Krishna will definitely give us. Okay, nobody, at least a devotee will not die out of hunger. That is sure. Maybe devotee will die out of overeating, but not out of hunger. Because devotee have so much. Now devotee's problem, at least in ISKCON, devotee's problem is not hunger. Devotee's problem is overeating. Too much food, too much opulent prasadam is there. They are always eating so much. And today so much I ate, like that. Overeating. So nobody will be hungry, at least if they are devotee of Krishna. Why they will be hungry? Krishna is the supreme person. Why will not he provide? He is providing for elephant and all the birds and all the big animals. They are animal. So for us, when we are chanting Hare Krishna, why he will not provide? So he will provide. But only thing, we have to offer it to Krishna first, and then we have to take. So the point is that anything we eat, we first offer it to Krishna. That's the idea here. Directly one should not take. Okay. So that's a sin also. That's not very good. That's not good. Krishna don't like that, because there is no love. There is only selfishness. I just want to eat, so I just took and cooked and ate. What is this? But love means, first I will give to the one whom I love. So I love Krishna. So first I offer to Krishna. Krishna, first you should eat. You only provided us everything. So we are very grateful. So first you take, and then we accept your remnants. Okay, so that's the way. So that's the way one should deal. So this shloka says there that if a person who are not offering food to Krishna first and directly eating, they are eating actually sin, and they will have to suffer the sinful reaction of it. Why? Because even the trees and plants are also having a life. So they will suffer and they will go to hell. Okay. Yeah. So that's the point in this shloka, that because actually it's become very difficult for people to manage, but when they come to the association of ISKCON, they learn this process, how to do that. Otherwise, people first of all when they hear everything, because sometimes see in North India it is a custom of giving prasadam. So people think prasadam means very less thing. Okay. Prasadam means you should eat very little. That's prasadam. You should not eat more. Okay. So sometime when they hear in ISKCON that ISKCON devotee eats only prasad, like once I went to somewhere in North India in initial days, and they asked me to eat something. I said no, I will not eat here. I said why? Because we take only prasad. So this person was very much shocked. Only prasad means this much only you eat? Because prasad means very less. So whoever will give you prasad, they will give you very less. So he said, how you will manage only with prasad? This prasad means little bit only you will get, na? So whole day you will eat only prasad? I said, yes. That means this much only you are eating. Because prasad means only this much they will give. You see, this much. So that's what. And even sometimes somebody takes more prasad, then some people will say, hey, what is this? Prasad means you should eat only less. Or like some other item which is not prasad, some other sweet or something which is less. So some people will say, okay, give to everyone like prasad. Because prasad means it should be given less. But in ISKCON, the idea is different. Prasad means you should take as much as possible. More and more and more you should eat. That's prasad. So I said, no, you are confused. Actually, prasad means everything which we offer to Krishna, that is prasad. So we eat nicely, full stomach, but we eat what we give to, what we offer to Krishna. That means if I want to eat rice, dal, chapati, sabji, then I will offer everything to Krishna, then I will eat. So this is prasad. Prasad means not only that one laddu of sweet. No. So that's what people understand now. So now that's the point, that one should take prasad, otherwise it is a sin. Eating direct food is sin. So now we have to be very careful. Whenever we eat anything which is not offered to Krishna, that means we are doing sin. We are eating sin. Krishna says we eat verily sin. Eating papa, sin. So when we eat sin, what we will do? Sinful activities only. Okay. Okay, so okay, so here we can end. I think this is shloka. There is nothing much to explain here. Okay, so here in this 3.13 what says, devotees get freed from all sins because they eat food which is first offered in sacrifice, and thus they experience real peace and happiness. So those who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment rarely eat only sin. Okay, so here in purport Prabhupada gives the definition of Santa, like devotees who are always in love with the Lord. They are the saintly people. Santa Premanjana Shurat Bhakti Vilochanena Santasde Hridayeshu Vilokyanti. And then devotees perform different type of yajnas. What are that? Shavnam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. What is the benefit of performing these yajnas? They get freedom from sinful reaction. And in Kali Yuga, what is the process of yajna? Sankirtan yajna. Easy process for happiness and peace. Okay, so why we have to perform yajna? Because a person who is not performing yajna, that person is thief and also sinful. So a thief and a sinful person cannot live happy. There will not be any happiness for him. So how devotees are freed from sinful reactions? Because they eat food first offered in sacrifice. So devotees eat food, only that food which is offered to Krishna first. Okay, so if if the food, like sometimes I think 2-3 days back this discussion was there, that what to eat and what to not eat. So that time also I explained very clearly that food means anything which we eat, it must be offered to Krishna first, and it is good if it is cooked by a devotee. So because when it is cooked by a devotee, that devotee's consciousness also will come, and we will be very much benefited by that. What kind of consciousness a devotee is having, that consciousness also will be transferred to the people who are eating that prasad. Okay, so the consciousness of cook is very important. The consciousness of the person or the devotee who offers food to Krishna, that is also very important. Okay. Okay. What else? And then fate of those who prepare food for their own self. People who are cooking and eating themselves. They cook food only for their own sense gratification. That's why some people say, no, because I like this, so I cooked it. Because you are just doing it for your own sense gratification. So those people, Prabhupada says, they are thieves and sinful. So they will not be happy at all. Okay. Now, text 14 we will do tomorrow. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Prabhupada ki jai. Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Hare Krishna. Anant Koti Vaishnavan ki jai.